So the newest Minecraft snapshot, 24W11A, has brought us new things to look at from the upcoming 1.21 update. We got the wind charge, vaults, and cool new armor trims, but the thing I have my eye on today is the mace. The mace is a brand new, powerful addition to the Minecraft weapon arsenal. And of course, like the other side weapons before it, it has a unique gimmick, and just like every other side weapon, it fucking sucks. Now, I'm not saying the mace is an outright terrible weapon, I'm just saying its gimmick makes it a totally useless weapon in terms of combat. But what is its gimmick? Well, the gimmick is that you do way more damage and the weapon negates all fall damage depending on how high you fall from while using it. That is to say, if you jump from build height and manage to strike, say, a warden, when you land, not only will you not take any fall damage, but the damage you'll do will be enough to one-shot said warden. Now, that sounds really fucking handy, especially for what I just described. But let me ask you this. Why would you ever do that? How would you even do that? I tried testing this clip from YouTuber Delirious, and guess what? An average Joe like you and me will never be able to pull this off in a conventional setting. I couldn't even pull it off that well in creative. I even went to a real ancient city to see if this would actually do anything, and guess what? Yeah, that could just be a skill issue on my part, maybe the ancient city was too big, but this still shows how insanely gimmicky this weapon is and just goes to show how bad Minecraft is at bringing combat variety to the table. You can't even enchant this fucking thing. The only thing you can enchant on it is mending. And with how powerful this tool is, it'd be the equivalent of giving mending to your shears. Every side weapon is like this. In fact, let's talk about the side weapons for a little bit. The other side weapons in Minecraft as of now are the trident, crossbow, and arguably the turtle helmet. Each of these weapons, asterisks, much like the mace, have their own unique gimmick. You can throw tridents, crossbows let you premeditate an arrow shot, and the turtle helmet lets you breathe underwater for a short time. However, unique doesn't always mean good. As I said before, these items are also fucking garbage and are completely not worth going for. As, for one, these items are literally optional, like completely, which means you can completely go through the game and never even pick these up and be fine, and two, that speaks for their uniqueness as they are no different or worse versions of already existing weapons. The trident's gimmick of being able to throw it is cool and all, but when you realize that it only does as much damage as an unenchanted diamond sword, you really start to see how it can only be used for two things. Channeling and Riptide. The channeling enchantment allows you to strike with the might of Zeus by striking lightning during a thunderstorm. But that's just it, you see. During a thunderstorm. Literally, unless you have the world permanently set to a thunderstorm, you will almost never be able to actually use channeling in the way that it's intended. The only other ways you can actually use channeling is using it in redstone in a very specific kind of XP farm. But if its only real use is those and one achievement, that's just fucking sad, let's be real here. And Riptide has the same exact problems, except rain occurs more often than thunderstorms. However, why would you huck yourself into the sky with it when you can just use an elytra? Exactly. And let's not forget that you practically need loyalty if you actually want to use a trident. Crossbows are meant to be a slower, more methodical version of the standard bow. That is to say, worse in every fucking way. Yeah, having a premeditated shot is cool and all, but again, just like the trident, the fact that you need quick charge just to put it on par with a bow is fucking insane. And no, having fireworks, multi-shot, or piercing doesn't make it any better, because I'm looking at this from a single-player survival perspective, which means that the crossbow is fucking useless. The turtle helmet is meant to be a helmet that lets the player breathe underwater for a short period of time. That sounds useful until you realize that you can just put respiration 3 on your already existing helmet and have more, better, and longer respiration. Or better yet, just use a fucking water breathing potion. In the end, I really just want Mojang to add a weapon that can be useful in more than just its niche. Yeah, tridents are useful for farms. Yeah, the crossbow can get you a hidden achievement. Yeah, the turtle helmet lets you breathe underwater. And yes, you can one-shot the warden with the mace. But why is it that all of those things are labeled as weapons and yet hardly do anything in actual combat? And the thing is, they could easily add a bunch of weapons to add combat variety. They could just add most of the base weapons from fucking Minecraft Dungeon. None of the extra weird weapons, of course, but just the base weapons like the cutlass, daggers, the scythe, hammer, the longbow, the power bow. Hell, they could buff the pickaxe to be like how it is in Dungeons, and it could make for a decent early game melee option. And the best part is that none of these weapons have the exact same damage or range, like a certain fork or mace in this debate. It just hurts to see what could have been, and extremely disappointing to know how they won't do what could have been. And I do have ideas for what it could be. Like, if they want to expand on a weapon that does crit damage, maybe the mace could do more damage the more you crit. Like, maybe after each crit, it gets stronger. Like, it starts at 8 damage, and after like 3 to 4 crits, the damage caps at 12. I don't know, just something that could be way better than whatever the fuck the mace is currently. I just wish the side weapons in Minecraft were better.